Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing the first look at the Tibia Drome. This was recorded during test server, so there may be some changes and adjustments before it finally goes live. The Tibia Drome is replacing the old Monster Arena and can be found in the same locations around Tibia. That will be Thias, Edron, Rathelton, Anchorman, and Khazad-dûm. First, I'll cover the info that can be found around the arena, and then go into more depth on each topic. When you first enter, you will see the Drome leaderboard in the center of the room, which will allow you to check the top players in your world for the current rotation, as well as your current Drome level. You can also check the boards in the southwest to see the current combat modifiers, as well as a summary of the rules for the Tibia Drome. Speaking to the NPC in the northeast will give you several options. You can check your current Drome level, current starting wave, and current Drome points. You also have the ability to trade these points for some rewards such as pit demons and plushies, as well as the new Phantom mount. The mount will cost 8,000 Drome points. Heading to the north, you can watch the current fight as well as check the sign for the current details. If there's a fight ongoing, it'll tell you the current wave they are on, as well as how many creatures have been killed. Now, I'll cover how the Tibia Drome itself works. To participate, you'll have to be at least level 50. The difficulty of the Tibia Drome scales based on both current wave and the amount of participants. A maximum of 5 players can participate at once, and the more players participating, the more creatures will spawn per round. The amount of creatures you will face per round are 3 for 1 player, 7 for 2 players, 10 for 3 players, 13 for 4 players, and 16 for 5 players. As you beat each wave, the creatures that spawn will also become stronger. Each wave will last for 120 seconds, and all creatures must be killed in time to advance to the next wave. Your Tibia Drome starting level states the wave that you will begin on when you first enter. Whenever a wave has been completed, your Drome level and starting wave will increase by 1. For subsequent fights, your starting level will be 5 levels lower than the highest Drome level you have reached, so you don't have to complete all the waves again. You can decrease this starting level by speaking to the NPC. To attempt to fight in Tibia Drome again, you'll have to wait 1 hour. Once a rotation has been complete, your Drome level will be reset to 0 and your starting level will be reduced by 5. Once the update goes live, a rotation will last 2 weeks. During the rotation, the combat modifiers will not change. The rewards will be handed out at the end of the rotation depending on the player's position on the leaderboard. While fighting the Tibia Drome, supplies such as potions, runes, arrows, and bolts will not be consumed. You will not gain any skill progression, and there will be no penalty for a death. Supplies such as imbuements, rings, amulets, cupcakes, gin dishes, etc. will be consumed, so you may want to be wary of using these during your fights. During each wave, you have 120 seconds to kill all of the spawn creatures to advance. These are new creatures that have different properties. There is the Myrmillion, which is a tank melee creature. The Scizorian does high single target melee damage. Houdinian does ranged AoE with high damage spikes. The Meridian does consistent single target range damage. Finally, the Doomstickian is a support melee creature that increases the damage output of all the other monsters. Once you have completed a wave, you have 8 seconds to prepare before the next wave will begin. As mentioned previously, the combat modifiers will be the same for the full rotation. These may be adjusted, and more could be added during the future. The current modifiers are as follows. Somersault. All melee monsters have 15% chance to teleport to the furthest player. Going down with me. Monster trigger an AoE upon death that hits the last hitter and all players around him for 25% of the current HP. Exploding corpses. Monsters explode in an AoE on death, hitting all players around them for 40% of their current HP. That escalated quickly. Monsters that drop below 25% health increase their power as if they were 5 wave levels higher. The floor is lava. Every 15 seconds, 100 random fields will be marked. After 3 seconds, they deal damage equal to 60% of the current HP of players standing on them. Beam me up. Every 15 seconds, 100 random fields will be marked. After 3 seconds, all players on them will be teleported to a random position in the arena. Tanked up. Every 15 seconds, 100 random fields will be marked. After 3 seconds, all players on them will be super drunk for 10 seconds. Sown Sorrow. Every 20, 17, 14, 11, or 8 seconds, depending on the number of participants, a seed will spawn. If no player steps on it within 6 seconds, it will explode and fear all players for 2 seconds. Bad routes. Every 20, 17, 14, 11, or 8 seconds, depending on the number of participants, a seed will spawn. If no player steps on it within 6 seconds, it will explode and root all players for 3 seconds. Now that we've covered the mechanics of the Tibiadrome, we'll discuss the rewards. At the end of the rotation, you will be awarded your Drome points. These can be spent on dolls, plushies, some other decorations, as well as the Phantom mount. Additionally, you'll get some new potions based on your position on the leaderboard. 1st to 5th place will be given 3 potions, 6th to 10th place will be given 2 potions, while 11th to 20th place will reward 1 potion. For the remaining participants, there will be potions raffled out. The amount of potions raffled will equal 20% of the remaining participants in the Tibiadrome during the rotation, up to a maximum of 50 potions. The higher your Drome level for the rotation, the better your odds of winning. The new potions are as follows: Kool-Aid, resets cooldown for all spells; Strike Enhancement, temporarily increases critical hit chance by 5%; Stamina Extension, fills up the stamina bar by 1 hour; Charm Upgrade, temporarily increases offensive charm trigger chances by 5%, except for cripple. Wealth Duplex, temporarily doubles the loot from every regular monster you kill. Bestiary Betterment, temporarily makes kills count twice for the bestiary. Resilience, temporarily increases protection by 8%. Amplification, temporarily increases damage by having your attacks and spells treat the target's sensitivity as being 8 higher. Any of these potions with the duration will last 1 hour. The Resilience and Amplification potions can be found in 7 different variants. These are Fire, Ice, Earth, Energy, Holy, Death, Physical, and they only apply to the given damage type. There are still many adjustments that can be made during the test server. Hopefully, this can give you a quick guide on how the Tibiadrome works. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.